If I was told I had 7 days and then I would die, I would not spend it going to the beach, visiting sites like Mount Rushmore. I would certainly fight against all odds. I would loot up, I would build up, I would craft up, and I would take on the hordes and try to defy the 7 days to die. For this series, we will follow a survivor until they die, and then we will start over. Each day will be summed up into 7 minutes. This is our survivor. Her name is Esme. This is day 1 in her apocalyptic experience. Before the apocalypse, she was aspiring to be a cage fighter. Step 1, put your hair in cool rows and look really tough. Step 2, sign up for fighting lessons. Unfortunately, she only had 1 session before the apocalypse broke out. Technically, she's a white belt. She paid $17 for that belt. She went to see Wrecked, a grumpy old man, but his missions lead to loot. Before the apocalypse, she worked at a coffee shop. That coffee shop was called Start Chuck's, owned by a guy named Chuck. He said you should start every day with Chuck's coffee, Start Chuck's. Start Chuck's people always said he was ripping off Starbucks, but he didn't care. Now it's the apocalypse, and nobody cares, and Chuck is dead. So you'd think Esme could at least make coffee in the apocalypse. Sadly not. Chuck insisted on making every cup of coffee for every customer himself, no matter how long the line was, so Esme can't fight or make coffee. This could go poorly, but it'll be fun to watch. I got Brooklyn here with me. We love to play 7 Days to Die. What do you think of this start, Brooklyn?
I think it's a good start.
It's a good start. We found some treasure, delivered it back to our guy Wrecked, to collect a prize. What prize should we collect, Brooklyn?
A gun.
A gun. We'll take a shotgun and have some fun. It's rhymes and it's effective. There's our first shotgun kill right there. Esme's enjoying herself in the apocalypse, but she has no real skills. It's time to start actually thinking about where we're going to settle in for the night. This barn looks like a decent option. However, it's mobbed with zombies. That's old Cletus right there. He used to bale hay back in the day. Who's his cousin, Brooklyn? You remember his cousin?
I don't remember his cousin.
His cousin is Jojo. You know what his cousin did for a living?
Oh, that sounds familiar. What did he do?
He was a meth dealer. So he sold drugs to the community. That's why he's wearing that hood, because he's got to keep a low profile. But by wearing a hood, he doesn't know that he actually looks more suspicious.
Oh.
Yeah, if you're trying to look less suspicious, don't wear a hood. It astounds me how many people wear a hood, trying to look less suspicious, but they look more suspicious. That's Aunt Claire right there. It's a sad state of affairs when you have no legs and you're stuck on a beam in the apocalypse and you're a zombie. That's no good.
No.
No good at all. This place looks like a place we could hold up for a bit, at least here early in the game until we get our legs under us. You know, our girl Esme here, she's got those cornrows. She wants to look tough. I think it's kind of a cool look. What do you think?
I think it's cool.
Yeah, it looks cool. I like the thumbnail. It looks cool. I think our survivor looks cool. It's actually inspired by a singer named Pink. Do you know who Pink is?
No.
I don't really like Pink, but she sings songs about like punching people out and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah, she's sort of a tough gal. So Esme was a big Pink fan back in the day. Oh, that's Aunt Cheryl right there. Uh-oh. She's about to kerplunk. That's a big gal. Shaking the barn up. You know what Aunt Cheryl was before the apocalypse, at least as a child? Do you know what she was?
A gymnast.
A gymnast. That's right. She was a gymnast. And her hopes and dreams were dashed when she twisted her ankle falling off that thing. What do they call it? Is it called a beam? The beam?
I think so.
Where the gymnasts do cartwheels and such. Well, she fell off it and sprained her ankle and missed the Olympic trials. Then fell into a 15 to 20 year depression where she put on quite a bit of weight, and now she's a heavy-set zombie in this apocalypse in the barn. No more hopes of walking the bar for her. Her dreams are over, sadly. Yeah. Well, we'll keep tabs on her. She's a big gal, but I don't think she can get over here. Yeah, I like Esme. If you had another sister, we may name her Esme.
That's what you'd want to name her.
That's what I'd want to name her. Let's see if good old Aunt Cheryl can make it up the ladder. What do you think? She's moseying.
Dang.
Can she make it through the hole? She fits.
No hands.
No hands. Does she have one last bar walk in her? Oi, she does. This is her final act of gymnastics, and you're witnessing it right here. And now she's got an arrow sticking right out of her tooth. That's an ugly sight right there. We don't need none of this. Oh no, Aunt Cheryl's got us cornered. That's terrifying. But we're light on our feet, cage fighter style. There we go. Pull that arrow out. An apocalyptic dentist right there.
Really good.
Really good. I don't know. What do you think of our day one here? It's already settling in.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad at all. Gonna knock these beams out for hopefully a little bit of safety. I don't know if anything can get up here. Didn't find much food day one. Starting to get really hungry. So I say we go ahead and eat this can of chili and wash it down with some water in a jar. No microplastics for us. Day one is done. Day two is coming up. If you enjoyed day one, I want to encourage you at the end of this video. Oh, before that, I call these old sham sandwiches Big Macs because they fill you with 15 food, but they take away 5 of your health, and there's a good chance you get the poops. You get diarrhea. That's what Big Macs do in the real world. So instead of eating the apocalyptic Big Mac, we'll go ahead and eat a raw egg. Like an old man. I know an old guy named Larry, he eats raw eggs. Anyway, that's day one. If you want to watch day two, it's on your screen right now. Make sure you're subscribed. We're going to keep gaming.
Straight through the apocalypse.